Hello, students. Today I'm here with the explanation of the chapter The Tale of Two Birds from the book of 6th class, A Pact with the Sun. This is a very interesting story of two birds. This story is about the changed mindset and behavior of two birds of the same mother due to the company they were in or the people they were with. So, what is the theme? The theme is how the mindset of two birds and the behavior of two birds changed because of the company they were in or the people they were with. So this is the story. We will read in this story how the behavior of anyone changes due to the people he is with or she is with. What are the key points of this story? The story is about two birds. Two young birds are there. Their mother was killed in a storm. There was a storm, and the mother was killed, and then they remained alone in the world, and they got separated because of the same storm. The storm was there, the mother killed, and both those young birds got separated. One of them was brought up nourished. One of them was brought up, nourished, or looked after by robbers. So, because both of them got separated and one fell in the company of robbers, and the another bird was looked after by the saint. It means the another bird fell in the company of a saint. Saint, a holy man, a holy person, a sage. So now we'll read what happens to both of them. So now we'll read how the company of these birds affects their behavior or their attitude. This is the story of a mother bird and the two young birds lived in a forest. The mother was killed in a storm. It is told to you there was a storm and the mother was killed, and the young birds were separated from each other. And two young birds were there, and both of them got separated because of that storm. Each found a different home, and we also have gone through that both of them got separated and they fell in the company of different people, of different persons. So now we'll read the story. There once lived a bird and her two newborn babies in a forest. So a bird was there, and newborn babies were also there. Two newborn babies were there. They had a nest because birds would live in nest. So they had a nest, and their nest was in a tall, shady tree. Shady, that was protected from the sun's rays. So their nest was in a tall and shady tree. Okay, and the mother would look after both those birds. One day what happens, one day there was a big storm. A big storm was there. Storm means very fierce wind. There was thunder was there, lightning was also there, and rain. So it was very ferocious weather at that time. So the storm was there, and the wind blew down many trees, blew down, uprooted. So many trees got uprooted or got broken because of the thunder. The tall tree in which the birds lived. So we knew that the birds lived in tall trees, and they also got uprooted, came down to the ground. It means they fell down, came down, fell down. A big heavy branch hit the nest and killed the bird. And what happened? That all those three birds they would live in the nest, and what happens? A big heavy branch hit the nest and killed the bird, and the bird was killed. The bird was killed means the mother of those two newborn babies got killed. A heavy branch hitting onto the nest. Fortunately, what happens? For the baby birds, so two newborn babies, they were fortunate enough. The strong wind blew them away to the other side of forest because the wind was very strong. So the because of the force of the wind, they were out of the forest. One of them came down near a cave, and one of the bird it alighted or it was fallen near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. Okay, a gang of robbers, a group of robbers would live there. The other landed outside, the other came down. The other bird came down outside a rishi's ashram. So it fell outside the ashram of a rishi, of a sage, of a saint, a little distance away. So it was not very far from the first bird, and the second bird was there in the company of a saint. What happens then? Days passed, time moves on, so both of them were now grown up. One day, the king of the country came to the forest to hunt. So one day, what happens? The king comes. He was there in the forest for hunting, and he came there. He saw a deer and rode after it. So what the king was hunting there in the forest, it was a deer that he was chasing. He was running after a deer. It ran deep into the forest. It refers to the deer. The deer ran deep into the forest, followed by the king. The deer was running into the forest, deep into the forest, and the king was after the deer. Soon the king lost his way. And then what happens? The king lost his way. Why? Because the deer went deep into the forest, and now the king did not know where to go and did not know where he was. He did not know where his position was in that forest. He rode on. He continued to ride for a long time till he came to the other side of the forest. So he continued to ride the horse, and it was a long time that he was in the forest till he came to the other side of the forest. Very tired. He was exhausted. He was very tired by now. Why? Because he had been there in the forest for a long time. He got off. Got off means he got down the horse and sat down under a tree because he was tired. So now he wanted rest, and then he sat down under a tree. That tree was near a cave, and we know what which cave it was. The cave where the robbers would live. Suddenly he heard a voice cry out. Suddenly he heard that a voice was there that he could hear. Quick, hurry up! There's someone under the tree. Come and take his jewels and his horse. Hurry, or else he'll slip away. So, what the sound was shouting, and what it was saying, quick, that they should do quickly. Hurry up, quick. There is someone under the tree. So, the sound was saying that they should take or grab the jewels of the king and his horse as well. Hurry, make haste. Hurry, make haste to do something in a quick way, or else he will slip away. So because the bird was being looked after by the robbers, so the bird was speaking to the robbers and saying that they should take or they should grab the jewels and the horse of that king, or he will slip away. Slip away means he will run away. So before the king should run away, the robbers should take away the jewels of the king. The king was amazed. The king was surprised. Amazed means surprised. He looked up from where the sound was coming and saw a big brown bird on the tree under which he was sitting. So, what he saw when he looked up, he saw that a bird was there. It was a big bird, a brown colored bird it was, uh, in the same tree where the under which the king was resting. He also heard faint noises. Some noises were also there. Okay. He also heard faint noises. Faint means not very loud. So he heard faint noises issuing from the cave. Issuing means coming out. So the king could also hear some sounds that was not clear coming out from the cave. So he could hear the sounds of those robbers coming out from the cave. He quickly got on. He stands here for king. The king got onto his horse and he knew that something wrong was to happen. That's why he ran away from there. Soon he came to a clearing, a place that was not surrounded by trees. That was clearing because he was in a forest, and the clearing was a place where there was no tree. So he came to a clearing which looked like an ashram. So it was an ashram there, surrounded by trees, but not there. It was the Rishi's ashram. The king tied his horse to a tree because now he was feeling himself safe. It was the ashram of a Rishi and sat down in its shade. The king again sat down there in order to have some rest. Suddenly he heard a gentle voice announce, and then again he heard some voice, and now this voice was gentle, soft, gentle. So he heard some soft voice, and the voice was declaring, the voice was announcing, declaring, stating, or saying. What the voice was saying: Welcome to the ashram, sir. Please go inside and rest. The rishi will be back soon. There is some cold water in the pot. Please make yourself comfortable. The king looked up and saw a big brown bird in the tree. Again he heard some sound, and when he looked up, he saw a big brown bird. And earlier near the cave he saw a big brown bird, and now again he was seeing a big brown bird. And but now the bird was welcoming the king to the ashram, and he also requested the king to get inside the ashram and have rest. And it also announced that the rishi would be back soon. There is some water, and the bird also told the king that the water was there in the pot in the ashram, and the bird told him to be comfortable, to be easy, to be cozy there until the rishi would come. So he was amazed. And again he was amazed. And why he was amazed now? He was amazed because earlier he saw same type of bird and announcing something differently. The bird was threatening. The bird wanted to rob the king. But this bird looking similar, but this is welcoming the king. This one looks like the other bird. Outside the cave, he said to himself loudly. Now the king said himself loudly because he was alone there. So he was speaking to himself, and he was saying that this one looks like the other bird outside the cave. So this bird was looking similar to the bird that was there near that cave. You are right, sir, answered the bird. And because he was speaking aloud, that's why the bird heard, and the bird was answering the king. What he said, you are right. The king was right. Right in what? The king was right in guessing that the other bird near the cave was his brother. But he has made friends with robbers. It means he has made friends with robbers. It means robbers looked after him. He was in the company of robbers. He now talks as they do because he was in the company of bad people. So he talks as those bad people would do. He does not talk to me anymore. And that bird would not talk to his brother living here near the ashram anymore. Just then the rishi entered the ashram, and then the rishi came there when the bird was talking to the king. Welcome, sir, he said to the king. The rishi welcomed the king. Please come inside. The rishi requested the king to get inside and make yourself at home. At home means comfortable. Earlier it was comfortable, and now it says that to make yourself at home. You look tired. Rest for a while, then you can share my food. So what the rishi said was similar to the words that the bird said. The bird welcomed the king. The bird welcomed the king. So did the rishi. The bird offered some shelter and the water. Similarly, the rishi was offering rest, offering food to the king. The king told the rishi the story of two birds, and the king told whatever he had experienced earlier, the story of these two birds and how each had behaved so differently. And he also told him that both of birds were behaving differently. though they looked so alike, though they look so alike, and we also know that they are of the same mother. The forest is full of surprises, he said. What he said, that the forest was full of surprises, because this was a surprise for the king also, that the two birds were there and both of them were looking similar, but the way they were talking was different. The holy man smiled and said, the holy man, the sage, the saint, he smiled and said, after all, one is known by the company one keeps. And this can be the moral of this story, that one is known by the company one keeps. The bird has always heard the talk of robbers. The other bird that the king was saw near the cave, so he heard the talks of robbers all the time. He imitates, he copies, imitates those robbers, and he also talks about robbing people, because those robbers would talk about the same thing. That's why he was talking similar to those robbers. This one has repeated. This one means the bird living near the ashram. This one means this bird that lives near the ashram is repeating whatever the rishi talks to anyone who comes to his ashram. So the bird has heard, and the bird repeats the same thing. He welcomes people to the ashram because the rishi welcomes everyone in the ashram. Now come inside and rest. And now the rishi welcomes the king, and again he requests the king to get into the ashram. I will tell you more about this place and these birds. And then he said that he will talk a lot about these birds, both of these birds. So this is a good story, and I'm sure that you have gone through the moral as well. The writer wants to teach us that a person is known by the company he is in. So this is said by the rishi as well. A person's company can influence and change him. That is also true, that the company that we are in, it has the power. The company means the group of people that we live with or we are surrounded by. So that company can influence and change him. So similarly, the robbers made the first bird a robber, an evil soul, and the rishi made the other bird a holy soul. So, though unknowingly we do not know what our company is affecting us and how the people that are around us changes, we do not know. If we are surrounded by good people, we will become good. That is quite sure. That if we are among good people, then we will be good. And if we are in the company of bad people, we will also become bad. So it is over to us which company we are going to take, and that company is to make us good or bad. So it is over to us how we are going to be, or what company we are going to choose. So we must be conscious, we must know, we must be aware while choosing our company. Whenever we are to make friends, we are to be very conscious, we are to be aware that the person that we are making friend is good or not, and keep the company of good people. And we should always keep the company of good people, so that we ourselves will be good. So I hope you have understood the chapter and also the moral you have grabbed, and you will try to keep in good company as well. So I'd like to thank you for watching the video. Goodbye.